Pat
Excellent.
on the back.
Yes, a good pat on the back. Thanks, Charlotte. Sky News Sunrise on a Tuesday morning. Good morning to you. We've got John Gaunt with the newspapers. Looking forward to hearing what you've got to say this morning, John. And we're taking your views on this, whether you're connected to the city or whether you're a United supporter or a United adversary. News@sky.com. You can Twitter us at Eamon Holmes at Sky Charlotte. John Gaunt with what is in the papers after Charlotte with what's in the news.
Thanks, Eamon. David Cameron's under pressure to explain whether he knew that the party's deputy chairman, Lord Ashcroft, does not pay tax in Britain on his earnings abroad.
OK, let's hear what John Gaunt's now got to say with some of the stories.
And they can't completely dominate the market. And they're understanding they've got to work with commercial partners.
I always wondered, you know... OK, now, this is bad news if you're head.
At the moment, it's Turkey or Egypt.
So this is political uncertainty that's causing this. Now, a lot of people won't have been able to believe their eyes and ears watching the news yesterday that the Yorkshire Ripper, a man who murdered 13 women...
He released... No Home Secretary will ever release
Why are we going through
it.
this charade?
He can know whether he's going to rent out his spare bedroom to him then. He can move. Think about it. And I think he deserves booing. I think it was great that he's had that haircut and do the dodgy handshake and walk past him. But, yeah, I think he deserves booing. And I don't think he has, yeah. Got the squeaky bottom. That's what I think he's got. Is that a technical term?
Yes.
Where do we go with that? John's back much indeed, and good luck. Have a good tournament. 100 days will go very, very quickly. They will. What are folks saying about the proposed Man United takeover?
Yeah, well, they're getting in touch about that. Lloyd says Manchester United is not for sale, so I wonder how anyone's going to buy a club that's not for sale. Let's support the club and stop all this nonsense. But Emma says if they can relieve some of this debt hanging around our neck, hopefully they'll have the club's interest at heart. OK, we're going to take a break there. We're back, top of the hour. All the stories of the morning. Don't go away. A pat on the back for his efforts.
Do you know, the only time I've ever been on a Harley Davidson was in Australia. Actually, the way it went.
It was a bit hair-raising ride.
I was pillion passenger, as it were. Have you ever been on the back of a Harley?
No, I
Must
think
bring
it
you
was
out one
the
day.
life out of me.
Front pages of the... Very nice to see you. Welcome back, Sky News Sunrise on a Tuesday morning. Mr. John Gaunt, he's got the papers and he's got his opinions on those in just 5 minutes' time. Mail's coming in all the time in this text and Twitters, and we'll be assembling for those as soon as Charlotte compiles those. Right now, here she is with a rundown of what else is happening. Mr. John Gaunt with his views in the papers. After this, green to go, Charlotte.
Thanks, Eamon. David Cameron's under pressure to explain whether he knew that the party's deputy chairman, Lord Ashcroft, does not pay tax in Britain on his earnings abroad. The Tory donor pledged to become...
John and I do that at the weekend. We go out in our Harleys, our leathers.
Do you indeed? What, jumping between ramps?
He isn't a proper stunt jumper until he gets the white kit on.
Good motorbikes there, and we're talking this first story, John, you're dealing with in the papers, deals with, well, a mobility scooter. It's the Daily Mirror, and there's just a horror story.
Yeah, it's in every single paper. I've taken it out.
I interviewed the Home Secretary in this programme yesterday, and they said, John Gaunt...
in Coventry, my hometown, you could probably take me to estates in Belfast, and everybody else sitting around this table.
This is to the Sun, and...
different blokes. 4 of them no longer live with her. 1 of them does. She drinks 5 cans of strong lager a day, and still she continues to breed. Still she continues to take our time.
Before we move on...
I do want to talk about the Ripper.
Silence.
I agree.
You agree? Thank you,
yes,
Jackie.
I agree. I think they should be made to go and work, and it's not right.
It's about self-respect as well, Jack, because if they actually did work, they'd get self-respect. Until you've got self-respect, how can you respect anybody else? This woman's even got an ASBO. She's got an electronic tag.
OK. What about President have this sort of tax status, for instance?
Well, there we go, then. He's as bad. He knows he's messed up with things, and he's clearly made a big mistake, but it's so funny, isn't it? And Cheryl longer than that, but they'll never learn, will they, these footballers?
Maybe he's got a problem.
What?
Well,
he's got a big problem now she's found
Look,
out.
that's the best thing, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, you know, do you believe, Charlotte, do you believe there is such a thing as sex addict men, or do you think it's a convenient excuse?
That's just a rubbish excuse. Yeah. I don't have any sympathy for him at all, actually. I know, you know, I like to see the other side, and, you know, but in this instance, actually, do you know what? I was going to say made your own bed, but, you know what I mean.
The great irony is it's only famous and rich people who have this addiction, isn't it? Other people have to get on with work and family life, but, yeah.
Here come your sports headlines now with Jacqueline.
Thank you. Manchester United have slipped a place in football's rich list.
Here come your emails as well. On Manchester United, first of all, Charlotte.
Yep. Chabala in Zambia says, time and again we've heard the words not for sale, but the opposite happens. It seems to mean just add more money. The bottom line is money talks, he says. Matthew Heath says, good luck to them. The Glazers don't care about football, just money. Let them have the money. Kerm Arshad says fans have to go with the financiers who really have the club as their true interest. And Kevin Chamberlain says Glazers to sell, bring it on as long as the debts can be cleared, but he does say it is worrying times. And people also getting in touch about Lord Ashcroft and his nom-dom status. On Twitter, Flood Helper says there are far too many rich folks who don't like paying taxes in the UK. It's not right at all. Different Slant says his status doesn't matter, but the cover-up does. And following another series of strange Twitter names, Gatboy says it's a disgrace. You should be a full UK taxpayer to be a lord. Thanks,
Charlotte. Thank you very much indeed. We're going to continue talking about this Manchester.
He's probably pleased it all went well, I imagine.
I hope his suspension's good. That would fairly knock your ball joints out, that would, if you hit it the wrong way.
It possibly would.
Well, your views, we want those, and Charlotte's assembling those at Sky Charlotte, at Eamon Holmes News at sky.com as well. What else is happening? Let's get a rundown.
Thanks, Eamon. Lord Mandelson's called for an investigation into revelations that the Tory party deputy chairman, Lord Ashcroft, has failed to pay taxes on his overseas earnings during the 10 years he's been in the Lords.
Well, you think that's good. You ain't seen nothing yet, Charlotte.